Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business. And I know it's not lighting up as bright as it once did, but hell, I'm not lighting up as more bright as I once did either. I think either the transformer is going on the light fixture or the LEDs inside of it aren't working, so I'm going to be getting on that and getting it squared away. But here we are, 179 days, 11 hours, 13 minutes, and 17 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And thank you for joining this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. And if you're just waking up, you're probably hearing that Antonio Brown has left the building and is now with the Raiders. That's right, he is with the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders, and I don't know that I'll ever get used to that, but currently in Oakland for the next year. And some Cowboy fans already are pissed off because the trade was for a 3 and a 5. And they're saying, we're idiots. We gave up a number 1 for Amari Cooper. How could we do that? You mean we could have had Antonio Brown for a 3rd or a 5th? Oh, it's terrible. And you know what? I say stop right there. Stop right there. First thing, Antonio Brown wants a new contract. It's going to be $18 to $20 million. Now, probably that will raise the roof for Amari Cooper as well. But you're looking at this the wrong way. Having a number 1 pick guarantees you of nothing. Remember a few years back when we used a number 1 and a number 2 for Morris Claiborne? How did that play out for us? There's no guarantees on any player. And Antonio Brown is 31 years old versus 24 for Amari Cooper. And I ask you, I know Antonio Brown is an immensely talented wide receiver. Been the best wide receiver for years in the NFL. I'll give you that. But the off the field or sideline baggage, I say, has to worry you. And as far as the Raiders go, I know they've got a boatload of picks, including our 27th. But is Derek Carr the guy to go ahead and get the ball to AB to keep him happy? Understand that he had Amari Cooper. And in 5 games, Amari Cooper only had 22 catches and 1 TD. Amari Cooper coming to the Dallas Cowboys for that number 1. That number 1 that it cost us, I dare say, gave us the playoffs. It gave our team hope. It changed our momentum from being a 3 and 5 team that was going downhill fast into a division winner. And make no mistake about it, nobody's won the division before after starting out 3 and 5. Our team was completely pathetic. And that trade, my friends, changed the direction of everything that the Dallas Cowboys are doing right now. Had the Cowboys not given up that number 1, and I know high draft picks are precious, think about where we'd be right now. I'm positive Jason Garrett wouldn't have been here. You can debate on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Vosh will say it's a good thing that he's here. You would have been looking at Dak Prescott and saying, maybe we need a quarterback. You have been looking at this team in the basement, possibly, down there close to the Giants, although we would have had a higher draft pick. But you would look at this team and say, as Troy Aikman said, you need to blow it up and start all over. Instead, Amari Cooper made Zeke Elliott a better back because more attention was off of him. It's helping to prolong his career. Helped preventing them to keep 8 men in the box. It helped Dak Prescott without a doubt because he had confidence in a guy that he was going to catch the ball in traffic and not turn it into a turnover. It ended up increasing the yards per average for everybody out there. It ended up allowing Blake Jarwin to start developing because now he had to worry about Zeke Elliott and Amari Cooper. It helped Michael Gallup as well because he was getting more single coverage. So when you look at the cost of this, don't be mad that we spent a number 1 because that number one paid a hell of a lot of dividends for this team. This team is a totally different team because of that trade, and I ain't mad about it one bit. Yeah, the Raiders have Antonio Brown for $18 to $20 million a year for the next 3 or 4 years, but they also have a pain in the ass. And when you look at the Steelers, a team that constantly is in the hunt for playoffs and opportunities to go to Super Bowls, who had a great coach, Mike Tomlin, had all the pieces around him and was getting the ball, leading the league. He's going to a team that's in the process of rebuilding with a coach, GM, that seems to be rudderless and just reaching and grabbing at straws. How long do you think he's going to stay content with all that going on? I guess time will tell on that one. Oh boy. Another Sunday without football. But here's the good thing. It brings us a Sunday closer to the NFL season getting here. Tomorrow, or actually tonight at midnight, becomes the opening salvos in free agency. Legal tampering, as the NFL calls it, not my term. So the guy who jumps on me and says, stop saying that, it's not my name for it. It's the NFL's. We've already seen a lot of teams making moves, signing players left and right, so I don't know why we even have to wait until the 11th for legal tampering and then the 13th for the beginning of the league year. But you can see everybody is scrambling to figure out what is the best move to get me towards the Super Bowl. Our Cowboys have made some good moves, or we believe are good moves. Getting Jason Witten in here, short-handed tight end, may be old, but always seems to find a way open for a $3.5 million hit. It's nothing. The Cowboys got Sean Lee to take a major pay cut, saving $6.5 million on the cap. Basically, his base salary is $500,000 more is what it cost us than if we had just let him walk, or just cut him, I should say. So the Cowboys are being methodical and trying to figure out exactly what it is. I guess we have to trust the process that the first priority on this team is holding on to the guys that you deem as important to the team. The next part is adding pieces to help make that run. It's going to be interesting. I know one thing, we're going to be busy, and I'm glad we got the new set up here, ready to rock and roll. I'm Mark Holmes, and I say bring on free agency. I'll see you here, guys, soon, I'm sure, with news on the Dallas Cowboys. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I got a lot of work to do.